Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB Super GT season round 4 from Brands Hatch. This is race 2, the endurance race. Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB Super GT Championship on GT Sport. This is the round 4 special event. This is the endurance race. Double points are up for grabs in this one, so this will be quite an important one in the championship, because obviously double points means obviously more of a lead in the championship, but it also means that you could possibly end up running maximum weight for a while. So we'll have to end up and see how things go here, but let's get on with the grid. So it is Jamo on pole position then in the Lexus, with Uncle in second place. He's on the soft tyres though, so remember also they'll be carrying a bit of weight as well because they're in the lead of the championship. So we have got Jamo in the lead of the championship. He's on 200 kilos, with Uncle on second place weight on 160 kilos. So they're running heavy as well. Keith third place on the grid, but no weight on his car. Neil Farmack fourth on the grid, medium tyres for him, and he is on 120 kilos for third place weight in the championship. Rodders is fifth, Techno sixth, Seat 1 in seventh, and Bidster in eighth. He's running lighter now. He's on fourth place weight, 80 kilos on his car. And also I should point out as well, Rodders is the other car with weight on in fifth. Firepower in ninth, with Red Bull in 10th place. We've got Intrepid in 11th, Stevie in 12th, we've got Bradders 13th, Blakeney in 14th, Darren in 15th, who was debutising for Cyrex, and Will manages to make this race. He couldn't make race 1, so he's made race 2. He's in 16th place, so it's just him and Uncle who are starting on the soft tyres here. So that could be an interesting strategy. We'll have to see how this goes. I was going to have Will on the commentary for this one, but unfortunately Will was otherwise occupied for this one, so it's just myself for this one. 39 laps of Brands Hatch coming your way. This is going to be an epic one. Got a lot of people with the weight on at the front. This could be a brilliant race. So here we go, ready for the lights to go on and out as we get ready to go here at Brands Hatch, and away we go. Off we go down towards Paddock Bend. Remember, Uncle and Jamo will be heavy, so the heavier cars at the front, and this could make things all the more interesting in this race. As you go down Paddock Bend, Keith closing on Uncle already, down towards Druids. Everyone else looks like they're nicely away, further back as well. Firepower behind Bidster this time, so Bidster, at least Bidster hasn't got to get past Firepower this time, because Firepower was ahead of him in race 1 and put up a right fight to stay ahead of him, and well done on Firepower for that as well. Rodders now looking to move up past Techno in the Denzel Cabelco Lexus, and the local Ortec Nissan goes up the inside, and through he goes into 5th place. Seat 1 now looking to try and capitalise on the bad run that Techno got out of the corner, but Seat 1, kicking up the dust. He's got to be careful doing that, otherwise the car could snap on him. Techno's on the defence on the inside into Hawthorne at the bottom of the hill, and Techno holds on to 6th place now. Firepower closed up onto the back of Bidster in the number 1 Calsonic car. Down to Sheen at the bottom of the hill. This is one corner that he can easily make a mistake. Neil Farmack looked like he had a bit of a bad run out the corner there. Rodders could have a little go here, but not close enough to have a go. As Techno, there's a bang, bang, bang. There's bumping everywhere as I think one car slowed down and it caused a bit of a rubber band effect, and everyone sort of hit each other. And Bidster's gone down a place, Intrepid's gone through on the inside, Firepower tries to sneak through, no way through there, and Red Bull up the inside of Stevie, trying to hold on to his place, whichever way around it is. Up to Paddock Hill Bend, Red Bull on the inside of Firepower now, and trying to hold off Stevie as we go into the corner. Firepower breaks early, and the two Hondas fly through, but Firepower will probably end up playing the long game here. He's trying to retaliate a little bit, but just trying to be fair. Bradders trying to go around the outside of him as well, so Firepower just getting mugged a bit there. He's okay. Everyone away through the Grey Mill Bend section, and yes, look, it is closing up because the two leaders, Uncle and Jamo, have got weight on us. Intrepid pulls a brilliant move on Seat 1 down the inside, and his teammate as well. What a move from Intrepid! 2 cars, 1 corner, absolutely incredible. You never see that done at Brands. If you do, but like at Druids or somewhere, but not McLaren, not that corner. But away well, Jamo, Uncle, Keith. And then it's Neil Farmack, still the same order. Stevie now defending from Bidster in 11th, because Bidster's been shuffled down the pack now. Bidster's been well and truly shuffled as Stevie and Red Bull make the way up in the Hondas. The Hondas looking quite good at this point in the race as well, and Brands Hatch is a circuit that will suit the Hondas quite well, especially with the mid-engine, and also a lot of the fast corners as well tends to suit their car. Everyone close together. You think this were a sprint race, not a 39 lap race. You think this will lap 2 out of 3, but there's a 9 on the end of the 3 guys, just so you know. But up towards Paddy Kilben we go. We've got Intrepid on the attack of Neil Farmack into 4th place as Rodders goes wide. C1 goes through, and so does Techno as well. Red Bull looking for a little sniff into Druids. Everyone together as one. Absolutely brilliant this. Brothers Will and Blakeney having a little battle further back as well as we go down the hill with Rodders on the inside of Red Bull trying to hold on to his place. There's contact between the 2 cars, but I think they get away with it. Oh, they just get away with it. I thought Rodders had hit Red Bull round then, but luckily they're all alright. Oh, it's Keith's off. Keith's off. He's down to 7th. Where's Keith? There he is. He's gone down from 4th place to 7th, so something's happened there. Not good for Keith. Probably a little mistake of his own, or he got bullied out of the way, whichever way around it is though. Look at that, top 15 cars in one camera shot, absolutely incredible. Through Hawthorne into Westfield, Rodders on the inside of Bidster and Red Bull, looking to try and get past one of them. He's got Bidster, but Bidster's been. Oh, also Stevie's on the inside of Firepower into Shinker. Firepower holding on, no way around Firepower today. Absolute one of the class of the field Firepower for this one. Down to Clearways and Jim Clark curve. This is Clearways and this is Jim Clark curve. The curve past the pits that sort of never ends until you get towards the start finish line. C1 attacking Techno. Techno defending the inside. Uncle and Jammo are under attack now from Intrepid. The leaders are vulnerable. The Denzo Cabelco cars are charging. Intrepid around the outside of Uncle to turn 1 and down the inside into the Druids hairpin, and there's contact between Intrepid and Jammo, getting past, bang bang bang, and Intrepid then gets through into the lead, and he will probably disappear if he can get going. It's C1 goes down the inside of Jammo, and there's contact, and he hits him, bang bang bang, 3 times he got hit there, and Jammo goes right down the order. That's just impatience from C1 there, utter impatience, and obviously Jammo can't do anything because he's heavy, so people are just going to have a bit more patience trying to get past people like Intrepid did. Intrepid took his time, got through, and now Techno goes in 2nd place. Neil 3rd, Red Bull 4th. Uncle in 5th as Bidster takes to the grass on the inside and almost hits Uncle and Rodders. Wow, that was incredible. That was a nice hold from Bids though. Usually you'd see cars go straight across the track there. But this is incredible. All the same cars within half a sector of each other. As we go towards Sterling's. Into Sterling's, get the corner right this time, yep, there we go. Uncle in 5th, under attack from Bidster in 6th. Bidster's lighter in this one, he's on 4th place weight, 80 kilos in his car. Rodders with 40 kilos in his car. Across the line then, Red Bull looking at a move on Neil Farmack as we go across the line. Red Bull for the podium place. Into Paddy Kilbend on the inside, outbreaks Neil Farmack and gets through. Nice move there from Red Bull, but Neil Farmack going for the counter attack, but no, decides to think better of it, and just thinks to best off to follow Red Bull into this one as we look at Firepower and Blake together. And also further back as well, we've got Darren getting in the mix of it as well. Good old Darren getting in the mix of it. He's got his weight off in this one, and good to see him up in the battle as well. So he's having a battle with Seat 1 after the incident between Jammo and himself. And Stevie's gone to the back of the field as well, so Stevie's had a major off somewhere. And speaking of off, we've got a car off up here somewhere. It's back there, we can't quite see where it is. Oh, it's Intrepid from the lead. He goes round 16th place now, all the way from the front to the back. Not good, possible contact, we'll get that in the replays at the midway point. Absolutely incredible start to this race. Carnage everywhere, and you think it were a touring car race around Brands Hatch, but it's not, it's a Super GT race. But yeah, well, they are the same spec as DTM, so it's a bit like when DTM used to come back here in the 2000s. But obviously they used to do the Indy circuit when they could have done the GP, which was weird, but still, so it's Techno in the lead, and Red Bull looks like he's on the move here, trying to catch up to them all, and now Neil Farmack, who's been under attack from Bidster, around the outside. Bidster's on the move here in the Calsonic car, and Neil just lets him go. He knows Bidster's on a mission here, and he might as well let him go. As Red Bull's off at Paddy Kilbend, into the gravel he goes, and then he rejoins, but he's down in 4th now. He's lost 2 places, just on the fastest lap of the race, and then throws it away at Paddy Kilbend. Unlucky for Red Bull there, and his teammate can see him now, but he'll not want to see him because they want Red Bull to try and get all the points he can. But there's Will in 9th place. He's finally managed to show up for the Zent Lexus team. He's had a bit of trouble trying to get online the last few weeks A few connection problems, but he's got it sorted this time. So he's in 9th place overall at the moment. As we go into the bottom of the hill, into Hawthorn. Rodders goes round the Hawthorn, catching Uncle as well. Uncle's not doing bad to see, he's got 2nd place weight on, still holding 5th place. So, but we saw how competitive Bidster was with the weight on in race 1, as well as a car off in the background. Firepower goes off in the Craft Sports Nissan, goes off at Westfield, probably just ran the car on the grass a bit too much before braking. A bit like that, don't do that too much, Firepower, otherwise you'll find yourself doing it again. Meanwhile, Stevie's up to 13th, and Darren down to 14th, and Jamo's in 15th, but Jamo will not be able to get that many places up, but he'll get one off Darren because he makes a mistake, but Jamo will not go too far up the field, especially with the weight he's having to carry as well. Back up to the guys near the front, so Uncle has got a little train behind him now. Keith's getting himself back up the order here as well. He's bringing Bradders and Will along with him. Good to see them two having a good race here. Bradders goes round the outside of Keith, and he's now got the inside into the next corner. Bradders with a brilliant move there on Keith. Fantastic move, and that leaves the door open for Will to make a possible attack, but he gets too squirmy on the way out the corner, but he's on the inside of the Honda. He's trying to go through. Keith shuts the door, no way through. Will bides his time. Will's a sensible racer, he knows to wait as he goes out up the hill. There goes Neil Farmack, Red Bull, and all the guys ahead. Bidster's now into 2nd place, he's past Red Bull, so into 2nd place goes Bidster, 1:17.9. Fast lap there, but I think someone else has done a faster lap. It's not shown up as purple yet. There's Rodders, Bradders, Keith, Will, Blake, trying to see, Seat 1's done the fastest lap. He's nicked it off his teammate at 17.8. So the Calsonic cars looking like they're pretty dialed in here and looking like they're going to be a threat. As Blake goes wide, Seat 1 could see an opportunity here down towards Clearways, but I don't think he's going to be. No, he's not close enough. Car off ahead, car off, someone's pirouetting round. It's Red Bull. Red Bull's gone off at the last corner, probably gone too wide, sucked himself into the gravel, and there he goes. He's off the track, and he's now got to try and safely rejoin. There he is, he rejoins in the big gap there, and there's Jamo, so unlucky for Red Bull, he rejoins down in the unlucky 13th place. Meanwhile, Keith, Will goes very wide at Druids, he almost goes off into the gravel voluntarily there, so unlucky for Will there, but Blake giving Seat 1 giving a little nudge to Blake, as Bradders is off! Bradders is off, he's on the inside, he's gone off on, he's overcooked it. A lot of people are making mistakes in this one. Looks like the medium tyres are catching some people out as Bradders tries to get going and just ends up spinning the car around. He's got to wait now, and now he's at the back of the grid, and now he can get going, but that has lost him a hell of a lot of time. So let's have a look at Stevie then. Stevie's on the move here, he's behind Firepower. Looks like Stevie's trying to make some kind of move here. Tyres looking better than Firepower's already. They're using a bit more fuel as well, so that could be a difference maker with the fuel, because they've got to do they only get 1 pit stop, so they'll have to put the fuel, they'll have to got to manage the fuel right. Here's everyone else behind Uncle still, well, he was 5th, obviously 4th now thanks to his teammate's demise, but 4th place still for Uncle with that train behind him of Rodders, Keith and Will. They still cannot get past the guy with the 160 kilos weight on. That is Uncle, so no way around him. The number 7 car holding his ground here as we go towards Druids. Meanwhile, Bidster's trying to reel in Techno 118.2, 118.7 for Bidster, so possibly a little mistake from Bids last time round. As Will, massive snap out of Druids, just running the car a bit too wide onto the grass, and you don't want to be doing that on repeat, because that'll you do it often enough and it'll spell danger. But the thing is, what Will's got to worry about is tyres. He's on soft tyres now. And obviously the majority of the season we've seen people go for the hard tyre first, the harder compound tyre first, so either the medium or the hard first, and then switch to the soft or medium. So yeah, best to go for the harder compound first usually, but obviously you don't see that in Formula 1 very often, because obviously in Formula 1 they've got to they've got the top 10 have got to start the race on the tyre from Q2, so that's why you usually see them on a softer tyre to start off with. But usually the fastest strategy in the race is to use the harder tyre while you've got a lot of fuel in the tank, because while the car's heavy, you might as well have a tyre that can take more punishment, because then you can go longer, and then you can have less fuel in the car and better tyres at the end of the race to go faster. So it is actually a faster strategy. It probably saves you about 30 seconds over the whole race doing it that way, just with the compound change. But you never know. Will could make this stick. He could actually surprise a few people here. It helps that he's only one of 2 cars to do that. As Seat 1 just trying to get his nose on the inside, absolutely not finding a way past Will. Will is not leaving a single door open. He's not even allowing room for him to stick his foot in there. So Will keeping a very nice firm door shut on this one. As one thing I don't understand about that car is why it says 44 above his name and it says 79 on the side. 79 is Will's number on the side, but why it says 44 above, I do not know. Probably something that Jamo did when he made delivery. So down to Hawthorne. We've still got Bidster in 2nd place. So Techno's done 117.9 now. Techno pulling out the lead on Bidster. Oh, I've just jinxed it. He's gone on the grass, a little bit on the grass there, and that will not help him out. So I best not say anything else, otherwise it might change things. I do wish Techno the best of luck in this race, but I best not jinx it too much. As car off in the background, there goes Will on the soft tyres off the track and goes off. Looks like the softs are not going to last too much longer, but again he's got to wait for the pit window, which I'm sorry guys, I've not let you know this yet, but the pit window is between lap 13 and 26, so Will's got to wait until at least lap 13 before he can pit. So 13 and 26 is the pit window, so that's going to make things a bit interesting later on in the race as well. Let's have a look further up. We've got Keith and Rodders together. Keith defending from Rodders. Actually, I think he's getting past Rodders. Actually, he's passing Rodders on the inside. Rodders being caught out. Then Keith said, "Right, you've had enough chances to get past Uncle. My turn." As Rodders says, "No, it's my turn. I want to get that place back." Fisticuffs as we come down to Graham Hill Bend, but Keith wins the fight, and Rodders has to battle now against Seat 1, who tags himself in. As Seat 1 going around the outside, he's going to get squeezed out if he's not careful. But Rodders respectfully gives him racing room. Stevie's not giving racing room. As Will goes wide there out the corner, and Stevie could get a run here, but Seat 1 gets ahead of Rodders in the end, and through Hawthorne. I think Rodders' tyres are on the way out compared to the rest SDR. Look, Seat 1 and Keith's tyres hardly touched, and Rodders, those front tyres are going, and that's the controller versus Wheelfield. Will goes off at Westfield. I think that was on his own. He went off himself, and it looks like he's not getting on well with them soft tyres now. And usually, once you make a mistake, you end up making a few more until you actually get yourself back in a rhythm. So Will just needs to back off the pace a little bit, get himself into a rhythm, and he'll sort himself out from there. Further back, we've got Firepower and Blake together. We've got Red Bull trying to recover in 12th place, Intrepid in 13th, Jamo 14th, Bradders 15th, and we've got Darren Ells at the back in 16th, who's just had another trip through the gravel. Not a good first round for Darren, but remember it is his first time on GT Sport, and we've sort of plopped him straight in a Nissan GR2 car, Super GT. So that's going to be a bit of a baptism of fire for him. So to the leaders then, Techno 118.6 last time round. Bidster visually closer with a 117.9. Bidster's back on the pace now. He's done 18s. He's done 18.0, 18.18, 17.9 the last 3 laps, all within 0.2 of a second of each other. So good consistent driving there from Bids. And Techno's feeling the pressure now. He's going wide. He's feeling the pressure of Bidster behind him. He's not even too close yet. As we go through Sheen Curve, Techno gets a good run through there, and now into Sterling's, the cambered left-hander. Use all the speed he can out the corner. Bidster uses all the curb, and see if he can catch him. Neil Farmack in 3rd place. Remember that car's got 3rd place weight on. Uncle with 2nd place weight on in 4th. Those guys are still doing brilliantly, but Keith and Seat 1, I can see them, if they get past Uncle and Neil, they'll actually probably they'll probably pull away from him more than likely. So remember, as they cross the line this time, the pit window will open. Lap 13 is what the leaders are on, so once everyone starts 13 you can pit. As Keith goes up the inside of Uncle, Keith on the inside into Paddock Hill Bend in the Raybrick Honda, passing the Automax Honda, and Seat 1 sneaks the Calsonic car down the inside as well, says thank you very much, and Uncle loses 2 places in 1 corner. So Seat 1, good opportunist move there, using Keith's car as a little blocking symbol and getting himself through there. Good job by both drivers, and a good move there by Keith. Uncle has got to try and hold on to the best position he can with the weight he's got on, and it's going to be easier said than done, but I'm sure he'll give it his best shot. Further back, we've got Will in 9th. He's under pressure from Firepower now. Firepower putting the pressure on the fresher medium tyres. We could see Firepower here actually making a offensive move. He's proved he's good at defence, but he needs to prove he's good at offence as well. And down to Hawthorne. I think Westfield or even Sterling's might be an opportunity for him if he can, but he's got to get closer. He's got to get closer first. There's the rest. Neil Farmack, Keith, and Seat 1. Seat 1 looking like he's going to have a go at Keith as well. And whatever these two are like. Neil's got weight. Oh, Keith goes off onto the grass. No, onto the grass goes Keith, and Seat 1 just takes it and goes through. Keith's lost momentum now, but Uncle can't get back through, so Keith hopefully will be able to stick on the back of Seat 1 here. And up towards the Paddock Hill bend we go. Bidster's still behind Techno, both back into the 19s now, so both making mistakes on the same laps probably. Meanwhile, I think we've got Blake. Rodder's down the inside of Uncle, and Uncle just goes wide off the track. I think he went wide himself there. I'm not sure if there was contact. I don't think there was, but I think he goes off the track anyway, down to 8th place. And Red Bull there looking like he's in trouble as well, and Intrepid and Firepower go through as well. So unlucky for Red Bull. And well, Will's in the pits, lap 13. He can pit, so he's pitted. He's on to lap 14 now, so he's pitted very early, got rid of the soft tyres, and now he's on the mediums till the end. But has he pitted too early? We'll have to see. I reckon he probably could have gone another few laps on the soft tyres, but we'll have to see how things go in the race. But tyre wear will be an issue as we go on with this race. As Seat 1 now attacking Neil Farmack, and Neil Farmack goes wide, comes back across right in front of the nose of Seat 1, and luckily holds on. But Seat 1 now up the inside as Neil Farmack goes wide out of Westfield. Seat 1 on the inside, and there's contact, and Neil goes on the grass, and Seat 1 goes through just. And Neil Farmack looks for a way through, but that was about as fair as you can get through there, because it is a fast speed through there. But Neil Farmack did his best to hold on, but Seat 1 finds his way through. A little bit of a nudge, but well, he got through anyway. And Bidster's took the lead from Techno as well. We missed that change, but Techno's done a 120.5, so I think Techno had a massive mistake, because Bidster did a 118.8 last time round. So I think Techno, it was probably a mistake to let him go. We'll have to see, but Bidster's used a lot of fuel compared to the rest, so we'll have to see if that's going to affect him. That'll Techno saving fuel, but there's Seat 1 third then, so it's a Calsonic Nissan 1-3 at the minute. And Seat 1 will try and make it a 1-2, but Techno might be just too far up the road for him now, as Neil Farmack then in fourth. So Seat 1's passed all the weight runners now, so he's now free to sort of attack really, and Neil Farmack has got still Keith and Stevie behind him. Stevie's made a really good recovery in this race, went down to near the back of the field near the start. But I think at one point he was at the back of the field, and now he's up to 6th place. Good recovery drive from Stevie, but those medium tyres have taken a bit more of a beating, and Keith has got fresh rubber. Remember, we can see this. The drivers can only see their individual tyre data. We can see everyone's, obviously, because we're doing the replays and spectating the race. Seat 1 third, Neil Farmack 4th. Oh, Neil Farmack hits the grass. Oh, and round he goes. Oh no, the Wakos car goes down to 7th. He needs to get going now, as he'll be right down the order, but he's got going, but unlucky for Neil Farmack, a little mistake is all the difference, and he goes straight down to 7th place, and that will help everyone else out. Keith and Stevie now will be a bit more free to go. And Keith is the one with better tyres, so I would imagine Keith will probably stay ahead of Stevie unless Stevie's on a real charge. We'll see how we go later on into the race. So let's have a little run through the standings then on lap 16 out of 39. This would be the end. This would be the last lap of the sprint race, but we are only a third of the way. We're only we're not far off halfway. What I mean is to say, we're not far off halfway. But Bidster in the lead of the race then. Bidster in the lead. We've got Techno in 2nd place in the Denso car. The second Calsonic Nissan. Bidster's teammate, Seat 1 in 3rd. Keith and Stevie together in 4th and 5th in the Raybrigg team. We have got the Motortech Nissan of Rodders having a bit of a slide there out of McLaren, but he's got to be careful not to do that too many times. Neil Farmack after the spin he's just had down to 7th in the Wakos Lexus. Intrepid in the second Denso car in 8th place. We've got Red Bull and Uncle running together in the two Automax Hondas. Red Bull ahead of Uncle now because Uncle's weight on the car, and actually the softs are looking quite good on that car. Still the fronts are, but the rear probably not. Again, he'll go as long as he can into the race before pitting. Remember, the lap 26 is the last lap to pit, so we've got plenty of time to still see pit stops in this race. Firepower in 11th, Blakeney in 12th, Jamo with all the maximum weight on in 13th after getting barged out of the way on the first lap. Or not on the first lap, but the first part of the race, should I say. Bradders in 14th place. Will in 15th, and Will's had that pit stop, remember, so that's why he's come out near the back, but he's got to make the mediums last till the end now, and I don't think he's getting on well with them. And Darren, unfortunately, back in 16th place, but could see him go quicker once he gets onto the soft tyres. We'll have to see. So let's go back to the action then. So let's go back and look at Firepower having a nice little slide out of Druids there. A nice round here by Firepower so far. I know I've mentioned that a few times already, but it is and I wouldn't mention it if it wasn't. But Firepower probably the man of the weekend so far. Brilliant defence from Bidster, and proving he's got some good defensive skills in his pocket. So good to know for the future. Here's Techno and Seat 1. Seat 1's caught Techno for second place. Can we make it a Calsonic 1-2 here? Seat 1 and Techno together through Sterling's. Seat 1 trying to set him up for clearways as we go under the bridge. And into clearways. No one pitting just yet. It's only Will who's pitted as Techno goes to the outside and Seat 1 goes to the inside. He's not quite alongside enough, but he's got to be brave on the brakes. But Techno holds it round the outside. Seat 1 keeps on the inside. Side by side through Paddock Hill Bend up towards Druids. And still side by side as you go through Druids and on the exit down towards Graham Hill Bend. A little twitch from Seat 1 is all that it takes for Techno to keep hold of the second place for now, because Seat 1 is still right on his tail. He will not give up. He will try and get past with the best of his ability. Through McLaren up the hill. Good traction for Techno out the corner, so he shouldn't be bothered too much by Seat 1 down the bottom end. Keith and Stevie still in the same order. And then we've got Rodders, Intrepid, Neil and Red Bull together as well. The main battle on track is the battle for second, and it is on as Techno goes wide. Oh, very lucky not to spin the car on the grass there, because she's going over 130 mph on that corner as Techno and then runs wide. And Seat 1 goes through. Seat 1 through into second place in the race. Techno down to third. A little mistake is all it took, and now can Seat 1 do anything about his teammate that is so far up the road? It's unbelievable. But we'll have to see what he can do. Techno has definitely gone backwards. The tyres are not looking as good on that car at all. Let's look at Seat 1's car. Look at the tyre graphic at the bottom left corner. We'll change to Techno. 3, 2, 1. There. Front tyres are notably worse on Techno's car than they are on Seat 1's. Oh, further back, we've got a spinner further back. It's Uncle. He's gone round. The soft tyres have had enough. I would imagine he'll just come straight into the pits this time and see if he can make up anything on the medium tyres. But it looks like that left rear soft has absolutely had enough on that Honda. Absolutely gone. I would imagine he'll be in the pits this time. Yes, he is. He's in the pits straight away. Get those tyres changed and see what he can make up on some mediums. So here he goes. 44 litres of fuel in as well. Got to put enough for just over half distance left. And I would imagine he'll put probably up to 65, 70 litres in just to be safe. And then he'll get on his way out of the pits. We'll just watch him at the pits. And yep, 74 litres, medium tyres. Off he goes to the end of the race, goes Uncle. So we'll see how we can do on them, as Will's been on his tyres for quite a few laps already. Lap 13 he came in. As soon as the pit lane window opened, I was just double checking there, guys. Oh, so Will goes round. Oh, just been said about Will, and he goes round. Ah, he's gone round again as he rejoins the track. He's not having a good race here at all. He's not having a good race. He moves to one side, lets Uncle go through, and he just needs to calm it down a bit. Just making too many little errors. He needs to get the focus back and just try and see what he can do. Just run some smooth laps for a while and try and get your head back in the game. Meanwhile, looking at Red Bull and Neil Farmack into the last corner clearways. Lap 19 of 39 here. Remember, the last lap of the pit window is lap 26. We've still got quite a way to go in this race regarding pit stops, because it is a longer laps race. So remember, you've got the whole of you've got the whole of the second third of the race to pit. And Red Bull has a massive squirm out of Paddock Hill Bend there. Probably a little tap there from Neil Farmack, or he just went wide because his tyres are going. Red Bull's medium tyres have almost had it. The tyre wear on his car is unbelievable. As we go out the corner, Neil Farmack having a slide as well. His tyres are on the way out as well. So it looks like we're getting to the point where people are making mistakes. Tyre wear is becoming a factor in this race. But Keith's tyres are looking quite decent, really. So Seat 1, Stevie staying behind him for now. Let's have a look at the leader's tyres. Not too bad, but remember, Bidster with 80 kilos on, so a bit more weight to his car. Not too bad on the tyres. Seat 1's tyres are a lot better than his teammates, so I would imagine he'll be closing on him at some point. Let's have a look at the lap time. 1 minute 20. Oh, look at that. 1 minute 20, 0, 0, 0. I love it when they do exact lap times. Let's see what Seat 1 does this time round in his car. Across the line we go, and it's going to be a 1:18.6. He is closing on his teammate by 1.4 seconds a lap. So it's going to be quite entertaining as the race develops. See what happens between the two Calsonic cars. Techno in third place. Stevie 4th, Keith 5th still. Oh, Stevie 4th now, so I think Keith's let him through. 22.3, so I would imagine he did let him through, or made a little mistake and Stevie thought he'll go ahead, but Stevie's got the worst tyres, but remember we can see that, they can't, they can only see their own, so. But Stevie then takes the lead in the Honda Raybrig train. Intrepid in 6th, Rodders 7th, and Red Bull trying to push in 8th, but tyres are on the way out as well. Now, how many people will pit earlier? But again, do they want to pit earlier, or do they want to go right to the end of the pit window and have the softs for and get the best out of the softs? Do you suffer now, or do you suffer later on? That's the debate that you've got to think about. Is it worth the risk going in early? Obviously, like Will did, he went in super early, lap 13 for his tyres. The mediums aren't looking too bad, but after 8 laps on the tyres, that they should. Well, that's about right, I suppose. But the front left's a bit more worn than it should be. But not doing bad. But remember, he has had a couple of little spins as well, which hasn't helped his cause. Meanwhile, we've got Stevie and Keith still really glued to each other. I think they're just pulling each other around here. Not much of a battle going on, just trying to pull each other around as you go through clear ways. And will anyone pit this time? Nope. They both still go around. So we've not missed any pit stops out yet. Bids is still in the lead at 120.018, lapping to 18 thousandths of a second the last 2 laps. So Bids is at least he's keeping it consistent, but his teammate is keeping it quick because he's still just over a second a lap quicker than him. So Seat 1 still pulling in the gap on Bids. But remember, Bids with the 80 kilos on, that little bit of weight will make the difference with the tyre wear. And it does, because the left-hand side tyres on Bids' car are a lot worse than Seat 1's. So there's a definite difference there. Techno in 3rd, his tyres are worse than both of them, so he's going a bit further back. He's into the 21s now, so not good for Techno there, just going backwards a bit. Sorry, it's Darren. I thought there was a problem with Bidster or Seat 1 then for a minute, but it's Darren who just gets lapped by Bidster there, and he had a bit of an off as well. Lap 22 of 39, and still no more pit stops being made here yet. No one trying to go in early. Everyone's wanting to try and get the most out of these medium tyres, because then it's lap 26 that they have got to pit, and it's again, that's just under a sprint race distance on the soft tyres anyway, but with obviously less fuel, so that's what they'll be wanting to do. C1 2nd place, Techno 3rd. Let's have a look further down the order. Let's have a look at Rodders in 8th. He's got Red Bull ahead in 7th. So Red Bull's back left tyre not looking good, looking like his teammates were a few laps back. So he could. Oh, yeah, he's definitely got some problems with the stability of that car. It is twitching like hell, so he needs to be careful, and he might end up having to come into the pitch sooner rather than later. Stevie and Keith there being caught by Intrepid. The Honda's in the 121s, 121.4 there for Stevie, 121.7 for Keith, and a 120.4 for Intrepid. So Intrepid's tyres are they're not looking a lot better than the Honda's, about the same, but he's definitely lapping faster than the other 2 cars ahead of him at the moment. There's Rodders. We've got Neil Farmer back in 9th on his own now a little bit. The tyres going on his car. Blake in 10th with Firepower still a very consistent 11th for Firepower. With actually he's saved a bit more fuel than the rest as well, so just a little bit more, only a little tiny little thing. As I think we've got a pass here, as it's Seat 1 lapping Darren. I saw a pass on the map, so and Seat 1 again closing on his teammate. Bister back into the 19.6s now, so he's found some pace back. 19.4 for Seat 1, so Bids is starting to respond. We've got a car off on the track, which Bradders has gone off. He's spun. He was in 12th and he still is 12th, but now he's got Jamo behind him. But Jamo's on the maximum weight, and I'll tell you something, Jamo's tyres for running maximum weight, absolutely impeccable. Remember, he's not really been in many battles. He was in a battle for the first sort of 2 or 3 laps, and then got sort of took out by Seat 1 at Graham Hill Bend. And ever since then, he's just been racing on his own, really. So he's racing his own race, seeing what points he can bring back for his team and himself. We've got a car in the pits. We have a car in the pits just circling through, guys. Bear with me. It's Blake. So Blake is the first one of the medium tyre runners to actually pit. So incredible. So Blake's the first one to test the waters, and Blake rejoins. Only just over half a tank of fuel and soft tyres on his car. He will now fly. So we'll have to see how much he can make up here on the other cars that were around him. There goes Bradders and Jamo behind him as well. Further up front, we've got Stevie and Keith still running together. Intrepid getting closer to him. The Raybrig Honda's still in the 21s, 21.2, 21.3 for both cars, and Intrepid still in the 20s a 20.0 and a 0.4 and a 0.3 the last 3 laps. Incredible times from Intrepid there, keeping good consistency, and now Intrepid has got the both very big Hondas in his sight as Keith has a massive slide for Keith, and I would imagine we'll see some more cars pit here soon as we've got another car in the pits. That's Techno in. Techno's in from 3rd place, he's in the pits, and no, these three go round, and it's a shame that you actually can't see Techno's car in the pits. I wish they'd actually sort that out in Gran Turismo. It's not hard to see a car in the pits doing its thing, but there goes Techno, rejoins in 6th place, so he's only lost time to Intrepid, Keith and Stevie, and that'll be easy to make up. Half tank, soft tyres, going to the end. Remember, lap 26 is the last lap to pit, so we'll have a lot of pit stops at the moment here as we'll go. Sorry, looking back, Rodders is in as well. Rodders is in the Motor Law Tech car as well, so both of the Motor Law Tech cars choosing to pit this lap. So team strategy possibly, yep, possibly. So we'll have to see how that goes out for them, but now they are on track. Fresh set of softs, tiny bit more fuel for Rodders as well. Bradders is in now in the Wacos Lexus. He's next in. We've got Will and Bidster going around the last corner. Will's been lapped by Bidster. So Bidster now goes on to lap 26, so he will have to pit at the end of this lap. This is the last lap of the pit window for Bidster. So I would imagine everyone else will come in now. Seat 1's coming this lap now. Seat 1's coming now. He hit the wall on the way in, that's not going to help his time. So he goes up on the jacks, fresh tyres on his car, and Bidster will now push for a good in lap here as Will slides his way out of Druids. He can't unlap himself from Bids because Bids has got to get himself around to the pits now. Seat 1 comes out, he's gone for a bit less fuel, and he comes out just in front of Darren, who respectfully just brakes a bit earlier and lets him go. So he's been lapped by him as well. Stevie and Intrepid into the pits now. Keith is the one that's gone round. Keith's decided to go round, and Techno's probably going to take his 3rd place back here easily, but looks like Keith could have left it too late here. Techno's on the inside of him now, down the inside, side by side through Druids. Techno will get the drive out the corner with the fresh tyres as well. There goes Stevie out the pits, and Keith has got to have a fantastic outlap here. Either that or he's got to do a fantastic outlap with them soft tyres on. We've got another car in the pits further back as well. That is Firepower into the pits now in the Craft Sports car. Let's see how he rejoins. He will rejoin in a safe 11th place. There's Neil Farmack and Intrepid. Neil Farmack's going to the end of the lap as well. So a lot of people choosing to pit late here. Bidster is now in the pits in 1st place. He's into the pits, and Will's had an off somewhere, and Bradders goes through around the outside. Bidster into the pits then in the Calsonic car. Fuel goes in his car. Seat 1 then coming round towards Clearways, and Bidster's got to he's put in a bit more fuel in than thought. Here we are, 57. He's put 57 litres in. Seat 1 put a lot less in, so Seat 1 obviously confident on fuel to get to the end. Maybe a bit of fuel saving involved, but Bidster just playing it a little bit more safe. He's adding that extra 5 litres or extra 10 litres just to be safe, and out in the lead of the race. So soft tyres, and now to the end. So that is the pit stop window over now for everyone that crossed the line this time. So Bidster's being in for his. So Seat 1, so Techno. Keith's in for his now. Where's Stevie? There's Stevie. Where's Keith? He's still in the box. He's putting fuel in. Because he went round, he's lost time. So he's going to come out way behind now. We've got Neil Farmack in the pits as well behind, that helps him out. How much fuel's Keith putting in here? Oh, what's he doing? He's put a full tank of fuel in. Why has he done that? He could get to the end of the race on half a tank easy. But Keith has put a full tank of fuel in, and that's put him down another 2 places behind both Motor Law Tech cars. He could have come out behind his teammate and behind Intrepid and got some good positions there, but Keith puts soft tyres on and puts lots of fuel in, which means he's A, going to be slow because of the weight of the fuel, and B, he's going to scrub his tyres because of the more weight in the car. And thirdly, obviously, like I mentioned, it's just took him too long in the pits because he's waited there for another extra 10 seconds to put more fuel in. So Keith, hopefully you'll learn next time, mate, but you've ruined your race for this one, and I wouldn't be surprised if you stay 8th now. So unlucky for Keith there. So, well, not unlucky, but just, a bit foolish there by Keith, really. But Bidster then round Druids in the lead of the car off behind. That's Darren. Darren's off at the Paddy Kill Bend. And luckily Techno sees him and avoids an incident with him. Seat 1, 16.1 for Techno. 15.9 for Seat 1. What a lap out of the pits for Seat 1. Bidster's on his first flyer now. But Seat 1's got Bidster's got some work to do. If he's because remember they're both quite far away from Techno. They're at least a good 5 or 6 seconds, maybe 7 or 8 seconds in front of Techno. So if they do catch each other, they could get away with a little inter-team squabble for a little bit, but maybe not too long. So we'll have to see how that develops for him. But yeah, Bidster in the... So after the pit stops then, lap 28, Bidster in the lead of the race. T1 in second. Whoa, with a massive slide there, that's not going to help things. Techno third. Stevie is in fourth place. And Intrepid is in fifth. Rodders is in sixth place. There he's going through McLaren with his teammate Blake. They're going through McLaren there in seventh, with Keith in eighth after the mysteriously long pit stop for lots of fuel, which is not going to be needed. Neil Farmack in ninth place. He could catch Keith by the end here with having a lighter car as well. So watch this space, Keith. You might be under attack from Neil at some point. Firepower is now ahead of Red Bull. So Firepower is ahead of Red Bull now, but I think Red Bull's just been in. Well, he's only been out the pits a couple laps, I think. So he's been in for his tyres. And Red Bull on the soft tyre now then. Firepower on the soft tyre. How's Will doing on the medium tyres further back? Oh, look at that, halfway down already. So Will probably see himself going towards the back of the field in this one. He's about to get lapped by Bidster. He got lapped before, but that was when he was about to come into the pits. And Will gentlemanly moves to one side and lets Bidster go through. Bidster will say thank you in a moment, I would imagine. Typical Bidster style. Now he's just focusing on his racing lines at the minute, so doesn't have to say thank you. We'll probably say thank you over the headset. Seat 1 in second. I can't believe that fast lap, 1:15.5. That's qualifying times with the fuel off. Now mine with the fuel on. So absolutely incredible stuff there from Seat 1 in second place, but just had a little off on that previous lap, which just put him back a little bit. So that's not helped him out very much. We're going through the order before, weren't we? So Firepower and Uncle, Red Bull has got ahead of Firepower now. So he's got ahead of Firepower 120 on that last lap, of Red Bull 118. So Red Bull putting his foot down now on his new tyres and gets ahead. Uncle on the medium tyres. Remember he had to pit earlier on. He pitted on probably like I think it were at least a good 12 laps ago. And yeah, he's not doing bad on the mediums though, but I don't think maybe the right strategy. But again, with the weight on, it's probably not helped either. So the weight will definitely not help the situation. So the best battle on track at the minute is actually now between the two Motor Tech cars. The two Nissans are together on track. A 1:17.9 for Rodders' fastest lap, his personal best, and 1:18.0 for Blake. So it looks like Rodders has got the pace, but he made a little mistake last time round, just put him back closer to his teammate. And Rodders has got a bit more fuel in than Blake, so Blake's thinned out his fuel towards the end. So either Rodders is going to get to the end or Blake will run out, but we'll see. Go through turn 1, Paddock Hill bend, down the little dip, up to Druids. Oh, Rodders catching the grass under braking. You don't want to be doing that, Rodders, because that's the one-way ticket to spinning out and your teammate taking your place. So you don't want to do that too often. So the back, Bradders and Uncle having a nice little battle now. Bradders trying to get past Uncle, because Uncle's got the heavy car, remember. Uncle's got second place weight on, 160 kilos. Bradders is weight free in the Wackos car, looking for a way through at Paddock Hill bend. No, has a little look down the inside. Doesn't take the bait. Uncle leaves the door wide open, probably because he knows there's not that much point fighting. But he does go for an early apex, so he's defending slightly, but doesn't have to over-defend. Will then in 15th gets lapped by Techno in third place. So Will not having a good race here, and remember they can't pit after they've pitted once. You're only allowed to pit once. You can't pit to change tyres again. All you can do now is pit in the last 4 laps. Sorry, pit within the last 4 laps of the race for fuel. So it looks like Will's going to have to struggle to the end on them tyres. So there's Bidster, he's catching some traffic now as Uncle and Bradders go to war. Uncle and Bradders go to war, trying to get the cameras on it. There we go, side by side through the corner. Bidster's trying to get through here as well. As Bradders lets Bids go, and Uncle is sort of playing the wise card there, because Bradders was the first car that Bidster had to get past. And now Will lets Seat 1 through further back as well, but Seat 1 now is closing on Bidster, because Bidster's in this traffic. You can see Seat 1 closing, and Bidster needs to get past these now. Blue flags for Uncle. Come on, Uncle, blue flags. I know he's in a battle, but he's got to let the other car through, and Bradders tries to take advantage around the outside. What a move from Bradders round the outside as Uncle. Whoa, he had to correct the car then from a massive slide on the inside as he hit the curb on the inside. But Bradders with a fantastic move around the outside there. That's probably Bradders' most bravest and boldest move he's done. But Bidster's now past these lot, and I would imagine he'll try and get his foot down now and try and stop his teammate from closing up. But remember, Seat 1 now has got to try and get past these two up ahead. But Seat 1 goes wide there at Druids. That doesn't help, of course. Techno is actually putting some good fast laps here, actually. Oh, he's nicked the fast lap of the race as well, lap 29. A 1:15.883 to Seat 1's 15.998. So an absolutely brilliant one there. So just beating his lap time by just over a tenth. So good job there by Techno. and Seat 1 now has got to try and get past this battle ahead of him. There's Bids has already cleared him, so that could be a bit of a hard job to do, but he's got a bit less fuel than Bids, so he's a bit lighter, so he could be a bit more agile through the group. We'll have to see. Jamo right behind him as well. I think it goes Jamo right behind Seat 1, and he's on soft tyres now. Not much fuel left in that car at all, so he's running it light. Druids, we've got Blake, Brothers and Keith. Keith's closed up to the back of these boys. I thought Keith would go backwards, but obviously not. But remember the Motor Lawtech cars pitted earlier. I know they got less fuel on than Keith, but if Keith had actually less fuel in his car anyway, if he didn't put as much in at the stops, then he'd probably have come out ahead of these boys anyway. So you won't have to worry about that. But Keith not helping out his own race, as I mentioned. But down the hill we go. And he's trying to catch him, but see, they just, with the less weight of the car, they just pull away down the hill and through Hawthorne and up to Westfield we go. Down through Westfield, down towards Sheen Curve, or the old Dingledale corner at the bottom. It used to be Dingledale and it used to be a little hop, skip and a jump, but now it's just a little sort of kink to the right. And then they did that because then they could have more Formula racing around here, because they could do a smoother, flatter surface. Whereas the old Dingledale one, obviously the Formula cars and other things used to scrape the ground. That's one of the reasons why they altered it. Further back down the order, we've got Red Bull in 10th, Firepower in 11th on his own now. We've got Bradders in 12th with Bids, who's just lapped him. So Bids has just lapped in there. Uncle is in 13th, he and Jamo and Techno are now. Techno's up with them now, so Seat 1 must have got past those boys, but now it's Techno's turn to pass these lot. And Techno then, Jamo moves beautifully out of the way, lets Techno through, so Techno say thank you, and Jamo will now try and focus on catching Uncle ahead, so Jamo could be in for another place here, even though he's actually heavier on championship ballast. Jamo, he could actually be in for passing him, so we'll see how that goes later on. There's Uncle in 13th. As you look at Techno going through in 3rd, he'll lap Uncle in a moment as he goes to the inside. Uncle just nicely let him through, probably just let off the brakes a bit earlier, and gets him through. There we go. Nicely through there by Techno, and now he's and Seat 1's only just come out of Grey Mill Bend, so you'll probably be able to see Techno in the background, just about. Yeah, there he is. So, oh, car off. Oh, Bradders is off. Bradders is off. Bradders is off in 12th, and he's going to have Uncle go past and Jamo. They both move up a place, and now Bradders gets going. So Bradders is making a mistake there. Well, possibly a mistake, or he got tapped, but I think it was on his own. But he rejoins there in 14th. Unlucky for Bradders. Well, Bids did a naughty boy with a little penalty there, probably just pushing too hard, but 117 ones now, so 17s for Bidster, 16 for Seat 1 last time round, so he's still pushing hard, but looks like Bidster's got the consistency to stay where he is, but he serves his penalty before the line, which he's supposed to do, because if he doesn't actually serve that penalty, he'll get a 10-second penalty, and that'll mean that Seat 1 will win the race, so he's got to be careful not to do that. But across the line onto lap 35 now, we are in the closing stages of this race. So only a handful of laps left in this race now, and Bidster goes through Paddock Hill Bend in the lead. Seat 1, second place, only about 3 seconds behind him now. Techno only 3 seconds behind him in 3rd place, so the top 3 very close here. Intrepid is in 4th in the other Denso car. Will's had an off further back as well. I think we've got a little battle at Druids, and it's Jamo and Uncle. They're still together, nose and tail. Nose to tail as the Honda of Uncle goes down the hill. These two are the 2 heavy runners in the championship, both on maximum ballast at the minute. Well, one on maximum ballast, one almost on maximum ballast. So Jamo with an extra 200 kilos in his car. Uncle with an extra 160 kilos in his car. So only 40 kilo difference, but both heavy as hell. And as we know from the championship, the Hondas don't tend to carry the weight quite as well as the Lexuses do. They look a lot more stable when they carry the weight, the Lexus and the Nissan, whereas the Honda does struggle with it being mid-engined on the balance of the car with the weight on. So we'll have to see how that affects Uncle in the closing laps. But Jamo's staying with him, but Uncle's got some good pace at the moment, so he might have a bit more of a fight on his hands this time, Jamo. So not have it easy for Uncle anyway. There's Techno. I'm just sorry guys, trying to look for this midfield battle. We've got Blake, 6th. Keith is now 7th. He's ahead of Rodders. So the Ray Big Hondas passed one of them, and Neil and Red Bull are coming to join the party as well. So the Motor Lawtech cars looks like they've pitted too early for tyres, because their tyres are going off. So if we swap from Keith, if we swap from looking at Blake to Keith's tyres, 3, 2, 1. There's Keith's tyres, looking nice and fresh. Even with the heavy fuel, he's still going fast. Further up, we've got Stevie there. He's in 5th place. He's just lapped Will in 15th and Darren in 16th place. There's Blake, Keith, Rodders, Neil Farmack, Red Bull. Rodders goes off. I wonder where Rodders were. Rodders goes off there. I thought there was some a puff of smoke or a puff of grass being kicked up and dust. But Rodders then goes down to 10th, runs wide through Sterling's, and that means he's down to 10th now, and he's got to try and survive to the end on warm rubber. So unlucky for Rodders there, and now that leaves his teammate Blake with the pressure of holding Keith, Red Bull, and Neil Farmack back from him. So Red Bull and Neil Farmack actually are quite close here. Red Bull's going a bit more backwards towards Neil Farmack, if anything. Quite close there. There's Stevie through. There's the leaders. Seat 1, what's the gap now? Still the same, I think. 17.3 for Bidster, 19.1 for Seat 1, so he must have made a mistake. So Bidster's got a bit more breathing room now. We're looking for Seat 1. But Techno in an 18.3, so watch out for Techno. If Seat 1 doesn't get his act together and get on the move, Techno will catch him. But Techno's tyres are a lot worse than Seat 1's at the moment. So, and Seat 1 and Techno might have to save fuel towards the end of this race. That could be interesting. So Intrepid there, let's have a look back at the battle in midfield. So there's Blake, Keith and Red Bull together through Sheen down towards Sterling's, into the bank, Sterling's corner, into the left. It sort of tightens up a bit more on the way out and really catch you out. And Keith now closing up on Blake, looking to make a move. Blake into the defensive mode there. He was in the middle of the track into the defensive mode and coming towards the line now. Starting lap 37 for these guys. Into turn 1, Keith having to defend from Red Bull, who's looking around the outside now. So the Automax Honda attacking the Raybrig Honda. Keith defends, Red Bull moves one way then the other, trying to look for a way around. Keith defending now, and look, because Keith's had to defend, Blake gets a breather. So that's gives Blake a time to just refocus himself, have a little breather, and just try and soak up some of this pressure that he's absorbing quite well at the minute. But you never know, things could change. There's Stevie. Meanwhile, I think Uncle and Jamo are having a nice little battle still. Jamo's through on Uncle now, so Jamo into 12th, Uncle down to 13th. So unlucky for them. Meanwhile, Keith and Red Bull now. Red Bull moves to the inside at Hawthorne. No, just has a little tiny look, but doesn't bother to go for it. That'll help Neil Farmack close up as well. Through Westfield. And down to the Sheen curve. The little Sheen curve, the little kink. Blake goes wide there. The tyres are going on that Motortech car, and we've got to watch out for the fuel as well. Well, at least Keith doesn't have to worry about fuel because he's got half a bloody tank left. He could go another 25, probably another 15 laps if he wanted to. But Blake then has got to watch out because he's got red fuel. And he's got to get to the end. Red Bull's got a bit more safe on fuel, he can push harder. And he's now on the outside of Keith, looking to get around the outside, around Paddock Hill Bend, no way through. Keith defends the inside line, Red Bull going for the switchback, but Keith's wise to it. No, you do not, you are going the long way around, Sunshine. I know these tricks, I've been around this circuit quite a few times. So, yeah, Keith, one of the older guys of the group, plenty of experience and a very wise man and lots of racing experience as well. Used to spectate here at Brands Hatch back when they used to have Formula 1, so it gives you an idea of the age of the man, but he has got well and truly lots of experience. He has witnessed the likes of Ayrton Senna and Nigel Mansell firsthand, so this guy knows what he's doing. So he's seen the greats, and now he's acting like one of the greats because he's right in the thick of the battle here. And good old Keith is giving it a good chance here as Blake makes a mistake, and Keith can pounce. Looking left, looking right, having a little look, darting around like Mansell used to. Oh no! Red Bull gives him a little tap. Now there comes Red Bull for the tap, and now Neil looking down the inside. Oh, desperation as Keith holds them both off. That was a defence worthy of the name Mansell. Brilliant job, Keith. As Keith keeps them back, but now Neil Farmack is under pressure from Red Bull, and Rodders can close back up on these boys if they're not careful. So now they're about to start the last lap of the race, penultimate lap of the race, but Bidster is already on his last lap of the race, and Bidster is going to take the win here. He's just lapped Firepower, so Firepower will be he'll finish 11th for definite, but Bidster is going to win the endurance race and take double points and all the spoils. Bidster takes victory here at Brands Hatch. Well done to Bidster, flashed his lights and weaves across the line. And Firepower will finish 11th. Seat 1 in 2nd place, just finishing on fuel as well. Very close there. Techno will get a fantastic podium finish for Techno. Well done to Techno, the TY replacement for the season. Well done to Techno. 3rd place for him. And that might even secure him a permanent spot for next season. We'll have to see. So Intrepid in 4th place. He's just coming down the last few corners. We've got some cars coming towards the line. Sorry, guys. Jammer will be 12th with Uncle in 13th. Just holding off Bradders in 14th as well. Good job by them lot as well. Will and Darren will definitely finish. Oh, Will's gone wide and he's gone, lost a place to him. And now Blake, Keith and all the rest are coming through. I don't know where to look here. As now Blake comes through. Stevie's going to be 5th for definite. Well done, Stevie, in 5th. Good job for the very big guy. Darren gets the traffic go through. Blake is through, Keith's through, and now Will's looking to try and take advantage of Darren. Hit for 15th place. Oh, the battle for the last point is alive. And now Blaney goes through the last corner, gets on the power. Keith gets on the power as well, but it's going to be Blake in 6th place. Keith in 7th. This is the most dramatic midfield finish ever. Darren 15th, Will 16th. Sorry guys, just don't want to go over the time limit here. Will 16th, and then it'll be Neil Farmack actually finishes 8th, and then Red Bull will actually finish in 9th with Rodders 10th. What a finish to an epic race that was. Absolutely blooming brilliant. So guys, we will now go to the results of the race and the replays for you. Here is the replays from the endurance race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then on board with Intrepid. This is his double overtake on lap 2. Watch this, he goes to the inside, boom, to the inside. C1 breaks early and then he just gets right on the inside line, right in tight to the apex, and even past his teammate too. And then look, there they are, disappearing backwards as we take 6th. Now here's a replay of what happened to Keith on lap 3. So watch this into the corner. We just go into the corner. Intrepid's up the inside and bang! Intrepid actually hits Keith. And that's how Keith went wide and lost a few places. So there's actually contact with Intrepid. But Intrepid keeps going, so that could be a pending penalty. Okay, now here's a replay on board with Uncle to piece together the Jamo and Seek incident on lap 4. So Intrepid's getting himself through there. A bit of a bang, bang, bang that gets through. Now watch Seek here, just goes into the corner too hot. Jamo goes wide anyway, but Seek's just in way too hot. Bang, 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 hits Jamo, and more, really it was more of a mistake from both drivers. Really, Jamo made a mistake and then Seek one did, and it just led to the incident. So unlucky there for both drivers. Here's a replay of the incident between Bidster and Rodders just after that as well. Watch this, we go into the braking zone. See Rodders catches the grass on the left, bang, hits Bidster, and Bidster lucky to hold on to the car there. And here's a replay of something we missed earlier. This was before Keith's incident. This is what happened to Stevie for him to go to the back. So you get bang, he gets hit there right at the back end from Bradders. So again, that could be a penalty. We'll see how that goes at the end. Okay, now here's a replay of how Intrepid lost his lead on lap 5. So you can see his teammates not too far behind him. Then we come towards the next corner. Intrepid just goes way too hot into McLaren and goes wide. Then once he gets on the grass, he just sucks him in to the gravel and he gets going onto the tarmac and then just loses it into the wall again. Just had too much power down on the grass, and then once it transferred to the tarmac, it gripped up, and then wheels spanned at the same time as well. And now he's just trying to rejoin safely, reverses across the track and rejoins, but now he's well and truly last. Okay, here's a replay of what happened to Red Bull for him to go down the order on lap 7. He goes through clear ways, he just catches the gravel, round goes back in and then spins right round the other way. He turns the car around into the wall, and then now he's got to try and recover, and he loses all these places and rejoins in 13th. And now here's a replay on board with Keith. Watch Brad is in front, he goes round Graham Hill Bend, gets on the power way too early and just takes himself off into the grass. So it was all his own doing, Bradders, and he falls down to the back of the pack. Here's a replay of a little scrap between Blake and Seat 1 on lap 8, on to lap 9, sorry, of the race. Into Paddock Hill Bend, Blake is on the inside line, and then he just goes wide, just goes into the corner too fast, goes off at Paddock Hill Bend, and now there goes Firepower and Stevie. Firepower defending the inside from Stevie, and Stevie's not finding a way through just yet, but he goes round the outside of the Craft Sports car and then gets the inside for Graham Hill Bend at the bottom of the hill. Good move there, but unlucky for Blake, down to 11th. Here's something that happened to Will just before his pit stops. He goes really wide into clearways, catches the gravel, and then he sort of ends up slowing the car right down, and he thinks, right, okay, stop that, straight into the pits to get some more tyres. And while Will was having his slide into the pitch, this happened to Uncle on lap 14 into Paddock Hill Bend. There was no contact, and Uncle just ran the car wide, couldn't get the car turned in, and just went off the track and off into the gravel all on his own. And then that left the door open for Stevie to attack the Nissan and go into 6th place. And just behind Uncle, this happened. It was all in one go. And then you see Red Bull goes up the inside of Firepower, but it actually hits him as he goes past. So he actually slows down to let him go past. And Trevor says, "Thank you, boys. While you're playing after you and after you, I will go and take 9th off you both." Okay, now here's a look at how Bidster took the lead of the race off Techno. So see, there's actually a bit of a gap between them both. That's because Techno's going to come round this corner through Sterling's. Too hot, runs wide onto the grass, catches the gravel as well, and then rejoins, and Bidster goes straight through into the lead. Okay, here's a replay of something quite major that happened to Will, which did not help his race. As he goes down towards Sheen Curve, watch this, he goes on onto the grass, catches the grass while he's braking and off, probably about 100 mile an hour plus into the wall, and he has to recover. Uncle goes through into 14th, and Will gets himself back on track, but back in 15th. Here's a replay of Uncle letting Bidster lap him, but then look, Bradders goes to the outside, takes the opportunity and just avoids the curve on the outside as Uncle. He's surprised at that, gets a boot full of power on and slides the car, but Bradders takes 12th. And here's something that did not help Bradders' race. He goes into McLaren way too hot, almost like he's running around the Indy circuit, and goes wide, exactly like Intrepid did earlier, except he just has to stop on the edge as seat 1 goes through, and now he's stopped on the edge of the circuit. There goes Techno, Uncle and Jamo all through, and now he's got a little gap to rejoin, but now he's down in 14th. Here's a replay of how Jamo got past Uncle for 12th place on lap 35, going down towards Sheen Curve. Uncle's caught the grass there, so he's got dust on his tyres, brakes into the corner, and then just understeers wide, and once he catches the grass, all 4 wheels get sucked in, and Jamo goes right down the outside, thank you very much, and takes 12th. Here's another move on lap 35, but this was further back. Darren up the inside of Will. Will goes in for the line, and then doesn't realise that Darren's there, and Darren takes 15th. Okay, here's a replay of some action on the penultimate lap of the race for these lads. It was Blake, Keith, and Red Bull. Keith attacking Blake into the corner, and then Red Bull attacks Keith and just bang, 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 banging door handles. Neil goes through around the outside. Have a look at Keith, whoa, on the grass into Sheen Curve, and that puts Red Bull down to 9th, and the battle continues. That was the replays of the endurance race. Now we go to the results. So it is Bidster who wins the endurance race. Well done to Bidster, double points as well, with seat 1 in 2nd place, and Calsonic 1-2, good for the team. Techno in 3rd place on the podium, well done to him, and his teammate Intrepid in 4th behind him, with Stevie in 5th place in the very big Honda. Blakeney finishes in 6th in the Motor Tech Nissan. It is Keith 7th in the very big Honda, with Neil in 8th in the Lexus, as you go over the page. Then it is Red Bull in 9th. We've got Rodders in 10th, with Firepower down in 11th. Jamo in 12th. Uncle finishes in 13th, with Bradders down in 14th. Darren beats Will to 15th. And the fastest lap of the race goes to Techno on a 1:15.8. And now here we are for the standings after round 4. It is Bidster in the lead on 116 points now, with seat 1 his teammate on 108 behind him. Techno is now 3rd on 101, with Intrepid 4th on 95. It is Neil Farmack on 93, with Jamo on 92, very close there, 5th and 6th. Rodders on 87, with Uncle on 84. We've got Red Bull in 9th on 76, with Cyrex on 74. Blake on 64 in 11th. Keith on 59, with Firepower on 57, close there, with Stevie on 49 points in 14th. Bradders on 27 in 15th, and we've got Will at the back in 16th place on 9 points. And now we move on to the team standings after round 4. It is Calsonic Nissan on 224, pulling out a good lead over Denzo Cabelco on 196. Automax are on 160, with Motor Tech Nissan on 151. We've got Craft Sports on 131, with Zent Lexus on 127. Wacos Lexus on 120, and we've got Ray Big Honda still trailing at the back, but trying to catch up on 108. And as you come back from that then, there is your winner, Bidster, in the Calsonic Nissan there. What a win for Bidster. Brilliant race, and a brilliant race by all as well. Everyone did fantastic in that race. and there's your winner, Bidster. So we will now. That's the end of the special event, so that was the double points race. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you guys all next time for round 5 of the championship, which will be at Tokyo South Inner Loop. Tokyo South Inner Loop for the next one. So we'll see you then, guys. Take care. Thank you all for watching round 4 of the LPB Super GT season. Hope you all enjoyed that one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more epic races on there and good content. And next time it's going to be round 5 of the Super GT season at Tokyo Expressway. Race 1 is the sprint race. We'll see you then.